Did you get a haircut, Mike?
I did.
What's wrong? You've never had a good haircut in your life.
What? How did you know that? Because I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Where do you usually get your haircut?
I just try to go to a different place every time because I've never found one that I like.
Do you know numbers at all? Like the numbers you tell a barber?
Yes.
Numbers?
Oh, like on the clippers.
Like what do you want, a 2 or a 5?
I never know what to say. I never know what to say.
Why don't you ask next time you get a haircut and say, what is this?
Usually they go, well, let's just start with this one and then we'll work our way down. And the one they usually start with, I'm happy with.
And you don't know what that is? Usually a 5, maybe?
Okay, okay. So
for someone who's so detail oriented,
the smaller the number, that's the closer of a shave
Correct.
it is.
Yes.
Well, I've always had like a consistent like hairstylist or
you go to the same person.
Yeah, and then that person moved, and so now I've been on the hunt and I've been having to go to a barber, but then I get anxiety.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I don't know what number to say.
You know what's so messed up?
What?
If you go to like, okay, so I was like a huge like Great Clips girly. Like I'd go, but I'd have my person there.
Great Clips.
I thought Supercuts.
Or Supercuts. Great Clips was more Omaha.
She doesn't even know.
Well, they're all the same to me, to be honest. But it would be the same person every time. This is in Omaha. And I'd be like, yeah, going to her. And then one day I got there and they were like, oh, she's not here anymore. And I was like, oh, where did she go? And they're not allowed to tell you.
What?
They're not allowed to tell you.
Why not?
Because it gives business to somewhere else.
She should have told
I don't think
you.
they're allowed. They're like not allowed.
Yeah, they're not supposed to do that, actually. I do know that. And
I was very offended.
I feel like if your hairdresser is leaving, though, they can tell you.
No, they're not supposed to. It's like that's the whole point.
They can't tell you that they're leaving. But I think after the fact,
I feel like maybe not at Supercuts. They can't.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like those chain spots. They don't want you to.
My hairdresser could be like, I'm doing this.
No, 100%. It's like Supercuts
at like
specifically or Great Clips.
I need to read the contract.
yeah, I know.
Because like what's the big deal? How are they going to find out? Are they going to sue you?
Well, no, but it's like etiquette of like you're going to Supercuts. They're the ones who establish the location.
You're Supercuts.
No,
like,
I know.
The Guild of Hairdressers.
I went
it's
to
like unspoken bond.
two haircuts ago.
The union.
They're going on strike.
Union.
The inner circle.
I went 2 haircuts ago, and it was like not this most recent one, but 2 haircuts ago. I went to some new place, and there was a woman there, and she was like, follow me on Instagram in case I move because I'm always bouncing from place to place. And I was like, shh, don't say that too loud. Your manager's going to hear. It's like a big deal. You're not supposed to do that.
I did not know that was a thing ever.
Weird.
But I've been told Reggie is really good at haircuts, so I'm going to go to Reggie next.
Yeah, I'm counting on Reggie to trim my bob because our hairstylist is going to be gone for like 3 months.
Oh, you guys have the same one?
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Oh, so does she know things about like
she knows
each other that you guys don't know about one
I doubt
another?
it. I doubt it.
I don't.
Yeah.
So I
I
can't
heard
see.
from Aaron.
Actually, yeah. Your beard's gotten longer.
Yeah,
since the last
I'm letting
time.
it rip right now.
Yeah.
No shave November?
Basically,
Still?
yeah.
Are you going to shave at all in November?
I don't think so. I mean, I'll clean it up. Sometimes it gets a little scraggly, but then I'll.
What's the rule about like where you need to shave under your beard? Like you can't have it go on your neck, just
feel like it's
below your chin.
It's supposed to be
your
like the
double chin
jawline, I think.
starts.
Yeah.
That's where your double chin starts. That's where the line is.
Yeah, I'm trying to
The
give
double
myself a snatched jawline
You like
with
do
my.
this. Yeah, see how you can still see a little bit, but not all.
Oh wow.
I feel like you just got to do that in the mirror.
Have you ever gotten a straight razor shave?
Like Sweeney Todd?
Yeah. Swing your razor.
Oh my God.
Pretty women.
I love that movie.
I
need to watch that again.
No, I do it on the back though. The back of the neck. They do the hot lather and they slather the hot stuff, and then they do it's like a blade, and they just go shoop shoop. It feels so good.
I actually saw something on TikTok last night. It was this guy who was on Shark Tank, and he had this like apparatus that you attach to the top of a shaving cream can, and it's like the brush that they use to put the shaving cream on your face in like the Sweeney Todd days, you know?
Okay, yes.
And you attach to the shaving cream, and then you just like push the shaving cream, and then it comes out a little bit on the brush, and then you just slowly apply it to your face. And
Like those Japanese soap dispensers that make a flower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are so
I don't know what
cute.
that is.
Like you just push down and it comes in the shape of a
Comes
flower.
out like a little
seen it.
Mickey. There's like
Yeah.
Disney
Oh
ones.
my God. It's not like that.
You can put your snowdrop soap in there.
I know.
Oh,
my
I just
God.
ordered some.
Oh my God.
Do you have to clean like the bristles though? Like
Wait, I didn't
after?
finish telling you.
sorry,
Oh,
yes.
I mean,
But so then I don't know their names. The like younger lady.
Younger lady in Sweeney Todd?
No, on Shark Tank.
Oh, Lori?
Yes,
Yes.
she offered $1 million to buy the company outright and give him like 3% equity
That's so
on the
sick.
rest of the sales.
Did he do it?
The TikTok ended.
Oh, man.
And then
I
the
was
comments like, what happened?
Yeah, I was going in the comments because like, well, surely they posted a part
so
2,
annoying.
and they didn't because
Ugh.
then he was like, give me like 5%, and then all the other sharks were like, well, this could happen, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so crazy how they just like try to fuck each other over, and they don't even have offers on the table.
To buy the whole company outright and you only get 3% equity? That's kind of a bad
Yeah,
deal.
but like think if like you're making like $10 billion a year.
Oh, there we go, Aaron. That's the entrepreneurial spirit we're looking for.
10 trillion.
I also think Lori's so smart and she has a lot of successful brands, so she probably was like, people want this. To
I think
offer $1
I've-
million,
I think I've read that like 97% of their investments on Shark Tank are
fail.
but the 3% that succeed are wildly successful.
Mark
Like
Cuban
Scrub
has said
Daddy.
that.
Scrub Daddy's one I always think of.
Poppy.
What's Poppy?
Oh, the
Puppy-
drink.
Yeah,
That's
like
a Shark Tank brand?
It was
I
on
never
it,
knew
yeah.
that.
Wow, I didn't know that. And now they send influencers oversized
Didn't they fail
boxes.
Shark Tank though? I thought that was
I have
like
no
I think
idea.
they have like a redemption story or
Do
something.
they already know going in if they're gonna buy it or not?
Oh yeah, like if it's like American Idol or
Industry
one of those shows.
secret?
No, I used to really be into that show in college. Like I was obsessed with it, and I looked into how it works. Like some of those pitches, they say can last for like 4 or 5 hours. Like they're bringing all their documents. They're like doing all the research. They're calling accountants.
Yes.
Like
Do they get meals? I'd be so
I don't know,
hungry.
but like it's they don't know before ahead of time. Like
I
they are
just
presented.
hate that they purposely cast people who are bad and have bad business ideas.
Well, it makes
They
sense.
want
All
to
of
make
them
it
are
because it's
bad.
good for bad TV. They want
It
to humiliate
is.
them, and I just hate that there's a casting director who's like, oh,
This one
Yeah,
sucks.
they're in a good mood today. That's all I'm gonna say. Go out there,
It's like-
go kill him, Tiger.
Yeah, it's like American Idol. Like they'll purposely put people through who are terrible for the show.
Have they?
So
Do
when
they
they do
still
the
do that?
tryouts-
I feel like
I don't-
they kind of got canceled for doing that. No.
I have no idea. I haven't watched it in so long.
They can't. American Idol now. They can't give them any criticisms.
What?
Oh, I feel
They
like you
can't-
told us that.
They can't say that was terrible. I don't
Because
know what
Simon
kind of
ruined it.
performance that was. It all has to be just like great effort. Hopefully the audience will vote because they felt, I think, that the judges' opinions were swaying
Yeah.
the votes.
There
makes
you
sense.
go, woke liberals.
There
You
you
got what
go.
you wanted.
If you go back and watch some of those from like 2004,
Yeah.
Oh, they're
it is
terrible.
brutal.
That's what I want to watch.
Fat,
Yeah.
ugly, fat, never make it in this industry.
But what about my voice? Ugly,
Sucks.
fat, no. God.
You don't have what it takes.
I feel like
Yeah.
if I was on the show, I'd want like criticism to at
No,
least
but
be like,
they were just
do this
mean.
better.
They were like, listen,
Well, yeah,
you
Simon.
get your face is not a face for
They're just
television.
being honest.
Like, no, your parents lied to you. You are not special. This is awful. You need to go and like wash dishes for the rest of your life.
Oh, but the voice, they allow it. They could just have their backs turned to them the entire time and
Yeah.
not even bother to turn
So
around.
passive aggressive.
I cannot believe
Yeah.
you watched that insane show,
The penis one.
The Masked Singer.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
so. What's the
Are you talking
penis
about
one?
the penis one on here?
The Naked Attraction?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that in England one time. Insane.
Well, we didn't. TJ's friend, she was in England and told him about the show, and she's like, when you guys are there, because we went there over the summer, she was like, you have to watch it. It's so crazy. It's just on basic cable, and it's basically this show
Called Naked Attraction?
Yes,
Yeah.
where there is a contestant and they go in and there are a bunch of tubes filled with people, and slowly,
Mike's gonna
bit by
die.
bit, they show more and more of the person's body, and then they hear the person talk, and
Naked
then
body?
Yes.
naked,
They go
butt naked body.
they
They're
go
like
bottom up. Like you don't the face is the last thing you're gonna see. So first you see like
their penis, or vagina.
their vagina.
And it's they don't
Yes.
blur it out.
No.
No.
And most of them are uncircumcised.
Oh, it's England.
No, I literally was like, whoa.
They're like, oh, look at this tallywhacker right there. What do you think, Sabrina? Do you think you're
It's crazy too because like
Oh my god.
they're all people that you would expect to be on a show where it's
Right.
completely shameless. Like you see their face and you're like, oh.
And
Makes
then
sense.
what's weird is then the person who is the judge or the picker.
Oh yeah.
th-
She's
then
so mean.
They have to, well, wait, not like the host, but the person who
The
has to
contestant.
the contestant, that's what I'm looking for. They then get naked and they come out and meet the person naked and they walk off like Adam and Eve into the sunset.
Wow.
What if the person
Romantic.
who's selected doesn't like the contestant?
Someone has gotten
happens?
stood up before. on
Where
an
they
episode
saw her
I
and they're
watched.
like, I'm good.
Usually it's someone with like a really like nice body and they have an ugly face.
A butterface.
That's most of the people on the
And the
show.
contestant is naked too?
Yes. Well,
At
not
the
not
end.
for the whole thing.
Okay. This is. Do they have women contestants too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's women and
I
men.
have to watch an episode. Isn't
It's
it on
pretty
something?
wild.
Like HBO or something?
HBO.
now,
Yeah.
now it's
Nice.
all on HBO.
Nice.
Oh my
So-
god.
There's no American version of it, right?
No, it's just the ones they air in the UK.
I don't know if they
sure.
could have American version. Could they?
If it's on,
I
if it's
feel
on
like
one of those,
Americans are
No.
so like,
Only if it was on a streaming service. Like
yeah,
that could never
premium
be on
channel,
cable.
not
But, like,
on NBC after
Yeah.
after Family Guy.
But it's funny because TJ's friend, she was like, you got to watch the show. And he didn't really know what it was. And so he had downloaded it he like was going on HBO to download shows. And I was like, oh my God, this show that Mel was telling me about. And so then he started watching an episode.
For the plane?
Yes, but
Oh,
he was
God.
in like the Sky Club. And then like immediately they show all of these dicks. And he was like, oh no. He's like, I can't watch this in public.
Sometimes when I'm on a plane and I'm like, I always walk down the aisle and I'm always looking to see what people
Same.
are watching. And sometimes you'll see someone watching just like a full-blown sex scene on an airplane.
know.
and
I'm
it's
like,
so embarrassing if you're that person. I'm like,
if I'm ever watching a movie and there's like a scene that's even, I'm like I'm just skip. I don't want to be.
I just turn my brightness low. As low as I can.
blinders on.
What is the premise of the show Naked and Afraid?
Oh, they just go to random parts of the world that are like dangerous or have like
And they make them get naked.
It's like
Yes.
Survivor or Bear Grylls style, but they're just
and
naked.
they're
I think.
really naked.
I think so.
no, they're fully naked.
But they blur it out.
And they normally have like a partner, I believe. Episodes I've seen, they'll have like a partner that they have to like survive with.
Oh, okay.
I was
But
watching
how
it.
often do they address their nakedness? Like, or are they finally just used to it? Or is it just like
Let's watch an episode and find out.
I
okay.
feel like it's like not
about being naked?
Yeah.
It just adds like to the hype of
Yeah.
people when they see it on TV. Like, what is that?
the first time I ever watched that show. We were traveling, we were just in a random hotel room, and they always just have like that trash TV on, that and Forensic Files. So we're watching an episode and both TJ and I are like, this guy looks so familiar. Like he must have been on another reality show or something. And then we're probably like towards the end of the episode. And then TJ was just like, I figured out who it is. And I was like, who? And then he turns his phone to me and it was one of our task rabbits.
Was on Naked and Afraid,
Yeah. He hung up a TV for us.
and you saw his naked body on primetime television.
It's all blurred
It's
out.
Oh, they blurred it out.
Yeah.
Tragically,
Wow.
Only in
it's
America.
Hustler. We love a hustler.
But we were like, this guy's he was so weird. Like, I literally was like, I can't believe this man was in my space. Like,
Oh,
I'm
God.
so
Did he
freaked
win the
out
show?
by him. I don't think so.
Back to TaskRabbit.
Yeah.
And then you had another TaskRabbit that was like a missing person husband or
What?
something.
No, this is actually really sad.
You
I
saw
don't
him
I know
on
it's
a
sad,
milk
but it
carton?
he was
It's just
my
like-
TaskRabbit and his wife committed suicide.
Oh.
But she found out because she was like, oh, this guy looks familiar that posted
Oh,
it.
yeah, because he was LA based and a bunch of people I knew her as well. So they were posting like missing person. And then it
Ooh.
turned out that she like
Crazy.
committed suicide in her car near Runyon.
And she was like, that was my TaskRabbit. Not the
Yeah.
lady, but the husband.
I heard a great joke.
Good segue.
It's everyone's all talking about these electric cars, but I don't think they work. And you know how I know they don't work? Because I tried to kill myself in my garage for 12 hours with my electric car.
Stupid.
Didn't work.
Circling back to The Masked Singer,
Oh yes.
I did
Important matters.
I probably watched the first like 2 seasons.
I thought that was like an Adult Swim like prank. Like we're going to have people wearing Chinese dragon masks and we're going to judge that. Like this is
Yeah.
not real. There's no way this is real. What is this?
I get that it was big in Japan.
Yeah.
Like, I get the hype of, like, that kind of reality show out here. But out here, it's like, oh, whoop-de-doo, you're guessing some supporting actor on, like,
Yeah.
Scrubs.
The guy from The
There
Hangover.
have
Yeah.
been famous people on the
Yeah,
show.
I feel like it's fun to watch because you're just like, who is it?
Yeah. Who is that?
it's-
Yeah, I was like very into it the first couple seasons, and I think they're on like season 10 now, which is absolutely
How
insane.
are they finding? I guess there's plenty of like B-list people that are like, I'll be on that show.
But what wasn't like Caitlyn Jenner on it? And
Yeah.
it's so
Really?
Rudy
obviously
Giuliani
Caitlyn
was
Jenner.
on it.
Who?
Rudy Giuliani.
Why?
Yeah.
Ken Jeong walked off. He was like, absolutely fuck that. But I started watching this season again because before it literally even aired, they do like packages that you have to watch and try to guess the clues that are in the packages for each person. And like immediately everyone was like, this is Tom Sandoval, who is on Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Scandal.
And so then we were like, we got to watch it to watch him perform. But then I got sucked in. I actually guessed someone correctly. And I was so excited because none of the judges got it. And it was Michael Rappaport.
Whoa.
I
Yeah.
immediately
Who's
knew.
that?
What? You don't know who he is?
He's like a New York.
You would recognize
You
him,
would
I
know.
think.
From what?
He's like a comedian, New York City guy. Screams it on Instagram a lot.
He's also the dad
Oh.
on the show Atypical.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But
like a
he-
sports guy.
Yeah.
But he loves The Real Housewives. Like, he is a Bravo head.
Really?
Yes, and Jenny McCarthy's one of the judges too, and like they're good friends. So like when she didn't guess him and I did, I was like, "Wow, I am a genius."
Did he have a good voice?
No, it was really bad.
So
like
they're
it
really singing
literally
in
sounded
there.
like
Yeah.
him.
It's
But
recorded,
Countess
though.
Luann just got revealed. She was on, which it's funny too because
Money
like you could tell
can-
that her voice was extremely altered.
Oh yeah.
I was watching, and I was like, she does not sound like this.
Money.
Do they
can't
pick
buy-
their outfits?
I don't think so.
And are you, if nobody guesses you right, do you stay in the costume and come back for the next episode?
Well, it's not really like that.
Okay, so it's not a tournament. Like it's not
Like,
that
do they
we're
keep
working up.
performing
It's
or
just,
just once?
oh, did you get it? Oh, you didn't get it. That's it. We move on.
Yeah. Is there like a way to win?
No.
Are they doing it for charity?
Okay.
What's the top prize?
Okay, I think you're confused about how the show works.
Yes,
so
we are.
basically, it's like American Idol. Like each week, the people. Although they've changed it this season, since I first watched it. Like the first season I watched, it was like everyone performs, and then the crowd votes on who goes home.
Okay.
Okay.
And like every episode, the judges are guessing who they think it is, and they could be right, they could not be right, but they don't reveal them after they guess.
Oh.
Because each week, new clues get revealed to try to get them closer to guessing who it is. But like the judges aren't getting prizes for getting it right. Like,
Does anyone win anything?
yeah, the person at the end.
How do they win? By being the most
Like
mysterious?
not guessed.
The one who's
No,
not
it
guessed?
doesn't matter if you guess who it is.
So once you're revealed, you keep singing?
No, you don't get revealed. It's like American Idol. So like you vote someone off each week.
Oh. Do they get revealed after they get voted off?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, now it makes sense.
Oh.
Okay.
But then there was another show, that one on Netflix. It was like something Beast.
Oh yeah.
What was it called? Something
Oh.
Beast, and it was like a dating show. But it basically they dress up people like Masked Singer, but it was like a ton of prosthetics, and they'd go on dates.
Ugly Beast or
Something like that. No, it wasn't
Hideous
Ugly
Beast.
Beast. It was something Beast, but it was crazy.
Beauty
yes,
and the
they give
Beast?
them like crazy
Prosthetics. It truly does not look like that person whatsoever. Like there's no way to tell what that person looks like.
Beauty and the Beast.
No.
No, it's not Beauty and the Beast.
It's like the Twilight Zone episode where they're like, they just look really
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's like it'd be like if we were on the show, like
Yeah.
you would be dressed up as like a snake, but you'd have like huge like
Oh, so not
coils
even
all
human.
over. No, not human.
Oh.
Like crazy
No, it literally
outfits.
looks like Beauty and like the Beast from Beauty and the
okay.
Beast.
And then what? They're dating just based on personality?
Yes, and then if someone, I forget how it works, but it's like if you say no, then you can see the person how they actually look in real life, and a lot of people like regret it because like, damn, she's so hot.
Oh,
Like,
because they're so hideous with the makeup on
yeah,
and whatever?
yeah,
Mm.
or not even hideous. It's just like you cannot tell what these people look like with the makeup on. Because when I first watched the first episode, I was like,
Sexy
maybe.
Beasts.
Sexy
Sexy
Beast.
Beast.
Sexy
Yes.
Beasts.
Here's a photo for reference, Mike.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like that. That's creepy.
It's so like the things they come up with, truly.
I mean,
I know.
the show about autistic people dating.
Oh,
Love on the
Well, let's
spectrum.
not
What's wrong
be
with
an
that?
Nothing.
ableist.
I'm just saying it's a very wild thing to pitch and like.
there is controversy about
Don't
it.
you?
I will say.
Okay.
I've
I don't
never
think it's
watched an episode.
controversial.
I
mean,
don't think
it's kind of nuts.
some people think it's like not overexposing. What's the word? Like
Exploiting?
exploiting.
Yeah,
But like,
like-
how is it different from regular people going on dating shows?
Because is autism really like? Well, is it a disability or a difference?
I think it's just a difference, but I don't know. I think it depends.
Is that a slogan?
Well, I
Or
think
did you
it
just come up with
depends on
that?
like where you are.
I'm just scared to
on
talk
the
about it now.
spectrum.
Like the deaf community did a lot of work to recognize deafness is not a disability. It
Yeah.
is just a
That's
difference
where
in
it's from, yes.
communication. So I think like normalizing the lifestyle of these people and giving them a shot at love, like why not? But in a way though, putting them, it's a little strange because people who tend to be on the spectrum struggle with routines and being uncomfortable and just shoving a bunch of cameras in their face
Right.
and putting them
Yeah.
in a situation where they need to find love. That's a little kind of weird to me.
But it's not like they got taken hostage and were like, you have to be on this show.
Right.
True.
I just
Yeah.
know there was controversy. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
why,
like, what's
but-
I
the
love
tea?
Abby.
Is
The
it, is
girl
she the one on TikTok?
TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah.
But she was on Love on the Spectrum.
You know, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's from Love on the
Oh,
Spectrum.
really?
Yes. She loves a good
They
water
should
park.
just mix and match all those shows. Take people from Love on the Spectrum, put them on The Masked Singer, Naked and Afraid. Just mix
American
and match.
Idol.
Yeah.
Well, the name of our episode today is Industry Secrets, and I came across a TikTok of a Reddit thread where they screenshotted a bunch of responses, and I was really fascinated by some of these. I didn't even get through all of them because I thought these would be really great like conversation points to bring up during this subject. So the question that was posed on Ask Reddit was, what's an industry secret in the field you work in? And there were over 40,000 responses on
Holy
it.
shit.
So I'm just gonna dive in. Aaron, do you want to check something out? Or?
Yeah, I was looking at the Love on the Spectrum thing.
Yeah. What are the odds? Do they get married at the end or?
I've never watched the show.
It's love at first sight.
Out of solidarity,
Solidarity.
because it's so problematic.
Oh, true. Fair. Aaron is.
The only time I watched it, I just fast forwarded to all the parts with Abby, and then that was it.
Oh, that's kind of sweet though. You're like, I like this girl.
Yeah, because I think Abby is. I don't know. I don't want to. What?
Like
And
one
then
of the problems, it says the cast members come from similar families. Like, why is that an issue?
I don't know.
Like they're related?
No, I bet
no.
they like they were already
No.
family friends with the families before. It's not too much of a blind date, but maybe they've met this person before.
No, I mean,
No,
I
it-
think.
no. It literally says the vast majority of Love on the Spectrum subjects come from upper class families and are supported by loving parents who are sympathetic to their diagnosis, stating that there also exist parents who routinely deny their children's neurodivergence verbally or physically abuse them, etc.
Well, in that case, I would say it's probably a good thing to show and like make a show that is showing these people in a
Yeah.
way that's like very normalized, and people who maybe don't accept them.
if you've
it's
been
a
on
good way.
TLC, they're doing it every day.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Like-
go over there.
Like, don't go over there if that is bothersome to you because
Little
they're doing
People, Big
hoarders.
World?
Huh?
Little
Little
People?
People, Big World.
Oh, the roll-offs.
Yeah.
They got divorced, right?
Yeah, so sad.
And they had to sell their like pumpkin patch farm.
I know. I love
That's
They
that
had a
show.
pirate ship out in the back.
They
An
did?
old western town. You never saw the roll-offs property?
I've never like seen that show.
What?
Shockingly, I have never
Is it
seen
not
that.
on?
No, it definitely is on Discovery
Oh.
Plus. I've never been invested.
I was always
Yeah.
devastated that they got divorced.
I know they were.
But
They
the-
were Endgame.
You know what? I think he was a little toxic, actually. Matt
I would
Roloff.
say, what's the show that like a lot of shit just came out that they're super problematic?
Is it about little people?
18 kids and counting or something.
Oh
yes,
my
yes,
God.
yes, yes. It was that. It was
That
that.
title sounds problematic.
Yeah, it is. Like, stop having kids.
Oh, grief.
What's their
One of
name?
them's in jail now because he like.
That's
I mean,
what I was
18
thinking
of them. That's like statistically.
Yeah,
There's-
honestly true.
Well, he was like sexually assaulting his siblings.
Yeah.
Oof. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have kids.
None.
Don't have any.
procreate.
19. Don't have 19 kids.
That's too many.
19 kids?
We
How?
did we talk
You're
about
just pregnant for your
Are
life.
some of them like twins or triplets? Do
Yes.
we know?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the woman in Russia who's like the millionaire who's having 100 kids?
Oh, what?
She's physically having
adopted?
them or like
No,
adopted.
surrogates. But she's
Well,
wants
like all
she
over the
wants to
map?
have 100 children. 100.
Some
For what
people
reason?
just.
She's a maniac.
It's just Russia,
Yeah.
and they're just rich, and she just wants to know that she can do it.
Does
Holy
she?
So
Is
she's
she
big-
alone?
She's younger than us.
Stop.
And no,
So
and she
she-
has tons of nannies and
Can they take out
support.
100
How many does
eggs
she
at a time?
have currently?
I think like 30.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, that's not cool.
What's also sad is like Russia has like a big adoption like problem. There's so many
Yeah.
like orphans in Russia, and you're like, why don't you just go adopt a whole bunch of kids instead of
Or like 50 of them.
Yeah.
she's like harvesting
And then 50 of your
humans.
own. Yeah, that is fucked up because
God.
like you're not going to give every single child the
No.
attention it deserves at all, and they're not going to know their mom probably because
That
there's
inheritance
100 of you.
split also fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But one of them is
Goddamn.
bound to be like super successful.
And
Like,
one's bound
that's
to
like
go to jail.
throwing
Yeah,
a whole bunch
she'll
of
never
darts at a
know it.
dartboard. One of them's going to be a billionaire.
Also, like,
How do you name 100 kids?
How do you buy them all Christmas presents? I'm
After
stressing.
each Pokemon.
Like, 1 through 100.
she's also just guaranteed to be a terrible mom. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Do you think they're all going to be homeschooled?
They'll have their own academy for
No,
sure.
for real.
Their own school.
Whoa.
Oh, this is so
Are they
bizarre.
all happening in are
giving
any of them
cult.
like twins? Yeah, I don't like
I
that.
should
Also,
have
like,
been
they
a little
might
bit more
not even-
prepared,
Yeah.
but it's interesting. But I'm going to be grabbing my popcorn and watching that.
Like, they might
burn.
start dating each other because they don't even know that they're siblings,
Yeah,
too.
it's like in
100
Finland
people.
or whatever.
Iceland.
Iceland.
Yeah.
That's what?
They have an app in Iceland that you plug in when you're going to go on a date with someone to see if you're related, because Iceland
Right.
is so
Iceland
small.
or Finland?
Iceland.
Are you sure?
You started
Yes.
off with Finland.
No,
now we're
she
on
said
Iceland.
Finland. It's Iceland.
Prayers to Iceland, guys.
I
I
watched-
think. I've read that. I don't know if it's one
Yeah,
of
we
those
talked
fake
about it
internet
before.
facts. But because Iceland is like such a isolated,
Yep.
dense population of people who are all very similar, there's a chance that you're
That's
related to someone on
wild.
the island.
Are you related to Bjork?
The it says bump the app before you bump in bed.
Oh
Jesus Christ. Is that the tagline for the app? Good grief.
Could you imagine if you're like, that person's so hot and like, okay, we got to do the thing. And then
I
you're
know.
like, related. Like,
Or this is
fuck.
your cousin. This is your
Oh.
sister.
But do you think anything in you would be like, well,
That's going to be fun at
don't know.
parties, though, just to be like, are we related? Are we related?
yeah, I'm not perfect.
You don't even need oh my god,
Ancestry.
ancestry.com.
Has anyone been watching? I know Aaron hasn't talked about it yesterday, but Escaping Twin Flames on Netflix. I feel like Matt, you would like it.
What? Oh, sorry.
It's called Escaping Twin Flames on Netflix, the documentary series.
No, what is it
Oh,
about?
it's so interesting. It's just like a cult basically of people who sign up to like find their twin flame. It's usually people who are like a little bit
What's
older.
a twin flame?
It's
Like the other part of your heart.
yeah. So these
Oh,
people join.
I thought it was like a kink where you're like, I want someone who looks just like me and I want to hook up with them.
Oh no, like MGK and Megan Fox, like we're twin flames, like blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
And basically these
So
people,
just like a boyfriend?
No, it's like the other part of your soul.
yeah, like they're trying to.
Your other half.
It's
the
basically
jelly
a
to your
cult.
peanut butter.
And they
Yeah.
they
Okay.
get all these people to all these like vulnerable people who are just looking for love, like they're desperate to find somebody. Sign up. They have to pay like $3,000 for these classes, blah blah blah, and they have to cut out their family, and then they basically tell them who their twin flame is, and they have to like go be with them, and they just do it, and it's. I've only seen like the first. Well, now I've seen the second episode, but it's bizarre.
Do the cult people think that they're just like getting away with something?
Yes. Well, the main guy, it's a couple who does it because they found each other and they're like, we're twin flames, and started this whole thing. But the guy, they were doing background on him at the beginning of the documentary, and he's tried to start so many businesses. He's tried to start so many like self-help shit that it's like, obviously this is just another one of them. It just is sticking right now.
And it's only $3,000. What's the website?
No, but then it goes up to like $7,000 and it becomes like an MLM kind of thing. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Like this one girl, the youngest one in the group was 19, and they were like, they basically did this like prayer thing, and they were like, you're gonna find your twin flame soon. And so the next meeting they had, they were like, has any man reached out to you? And she was like, yes, his name is Jason, something like that. And they're like, well, that's your twin flame, obviously. And she was like, I do think he's cute. And they were like, you need to, he can't come live with her because he's like on probation. So like, you need to go move with him. So she had to move to Utah. I don't know where she's from. 19 years old. He's like 30. And she's like stuck with this guy
Ew.
from the cult because of the cult. Like obviously she could leave, but you know, you're in it. And it's just really bad. Like
Are
it's
these
just
people going to go
get
to
fucked
jail
up.
who are running this cult?
I don't
Did this
think they
happen a
do.
while ago, or this is still ongoing right now?
It's still ongoing right now. Like it's a lot of the
Let's
clips are
sign
like
up.
from 2019, 2020. And I went to the website last night. It's still up and running. So
I'm going to apply.
yeah, I
It
applied.
takes Apple Pay.
Just $3,000.
God.
But these people are fucking insane. Like if you could see them, you'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, God.
The wife is always wearing something that's like Team Internet, like just
What?
cringy millennial shit.
Oh boy.
And the guy like thinks he's Jesus, even though they're not very religious. It's really weird.
Oh, I love crazy people.
It's really strange. I feel like you would enjoy it because it's just so
Psychotic,
bizarre.
yeah.
It's psychotic.
Okay, hopefully these are interesting. Maybe I saved this when I was high, and I was like, this is fascinating.
No, it probably is.
Okay. One, they put little weights in lipsticks to make them feel more expensive so they can charge you more.
Oh, that's a little bitch ass move.
Oh, yes, I have read this.
There's weights in it.
Yes.
I would never pick up a lipstick and be like, this feels good.
No, don't you think if you picked up lipstick and it weighed as much as a Q-tip, you'd be like, oh, this is a piece of shit.
I
like
think
I
I
literally
would.
don't think
The weight makes it feel premium.
I agree with that.
That's
I
like,
just don't wear
remember when you had
lipstick.
like a boombox and if like the batteries weren't in it, you'd pick it up and you're like, oh, this is just like a piece of junk. And then you put those big D batteries in it, you're like, this has the weight that I'm looking for.
I guess. I don't know.
So like if you pick up, I don't know, I feel like weight indicates
No,
premiumness.
I know what you mean. But there's also things with like skincare. I've seen like on TikTok, it'll be like a big thing of like face lotion, but then they like take it out of the packaging. It's actually way smaller.
Oh, yes.
It's just the
And like
outside is bigger.
deodorant too is
I
like,
think Drunk Elephant does that.
They do.
I think that was the brand I saw.
Yes.
and it's, yeah, there's just a lot, they're hiding stuff in packaging that it makes you think it's the full size, or like
Yeah.
when you get a
Bag of chips.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, chips always.
Well, that is,
Especially the ones at Panera.
but that's
You open
not
those at, like,
premium.
but
7.
the air, but
Not
the
premium.
reason why it's filled with air is so that the chips don't break during shipping and
Because
movement.
it's a scam.
No.
Well, then give me 2 bags.
Yeah, just make like a family size bag for a normal size
It's this
bag
big
of chips.
with this many chips.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I used to work at Panera. We had tons of secrets.
Really?
No,
Oh.
not really.
This.
Oh, I have one.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And maybe you know this from Target. Anytime you go to a Target, you think that you can't steal anything because when you look up at the
Oh, yeah.
ceiling, there's like a camera every 13 feet.
Yeah.
But like
Most of them
only
are
like
on.
5 of them actually have cameras in there.
What?
All those little black circles, like 90% of them have nothing in them.
You're
And I-
telling people this, but they actually all work now.
Well,
and-
maybe
maybe they work
this is
now.
back in
Steal
like
stuff.
2008
You're gonna
when I worked
steal
there.
If like you can get a ring cam these days, they could afford.
I just
putting
remember when I was
Yeah.
working at a Target, one of my friends who was like not the best influence, he was telling me, he's like, dude, I'm telling you, man, these cameras are not real. And I was like, dude,
Was he
I don't
AP?
know. What?
Was he at AP?
No, just a regular Target dude.
Oh.
And he was like, let me show you. And went into the back room and there's way more cameras in the back room because that's where like
All
people
the
can just
stuff
steal
is.
shit. And he just took like a broom and he looked at one of the things and he just fucking smashed it and there was just nothing in there. And I was like,
Damn.
huh.
Wait,
and he,
oh, so inside of it?
inside of those
Yeah.
little
He
black
took
circles.
you to this back room and
Yes.
he did this
He
for
was
you?
like, he-
I don't believe this part
Matt,
ever
I
happened.
swear to
not
God.
believing
This,
Mike.
like, I believe you that he told you all this, but this whole thing about
Matt,
keep going.
what do you mean? I swear to God, he was like, you want me to, I mean, I'm
And he
not,
smashed it. Okay, what was it? Was it plastic
there
or
was
was
just
it glass?
There was not. It was like plastic, and it's the
the, like,
little
bubble.
the little black orb that's like looks like you can't see into
He
it.
took you in the back security room and did this.
Not
to
the
you?
security room, in the back room where all of the products are. There's like a back room in a
Follow the
Target.
story before you judge it.
There's a back room in every store. When you're like, hey, do you have any in the back? It's the back where it's like
Okay,
all
and
the
then-
shipping
you
pallets.
got to go back there.
Everyone
He
goes back
worked
there. When I was
Oh,
working there.
Sorry, I thought you were just visiting. I forgot you worked at Target. My
this is
bad.
when I
Somebody
was.
just like broke the
No, I was.
packaging.
It was
Hey,
during a
man.
shift. It was during a
Hey,
shift.
man, you want to come see this?
I'm sorry. I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe that he would have destroyed one of the things just
No,
to
he was a
prove
maniac.
point.
He was a maniac.
Okay.
He was like 17 years old. He's a maniac. And we went to the room where all the pallets are, whatever. And there's like a million. There's a rows of them. And he took a broom and just broke one. And he was like, see, there's nothing in there.
Oh.
And so he was basically proving that like they're maybe, I'm sure now
Yeah.
cameras are much cheaper than they were 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, now you can get little rings.
don't
and
steal
that's
from
it.
Target. And that's not the point of the story. But yeah.
You could.
Yeah, you can, and you'll get away with it until you spend so much money.
Yeah.
I feel like Target never has like a person who's checking your bags. Like Walmart, I always feel like someone's there. Like, can I check your receipt, please?
So annoying.
I know. I'm like,
Hey,
is
just
this
let me steal it.
like, how do they know? I feel like every time I do that, they just like look at the receipt real fast and then I leave.
It's also like someone's checking me out between there and the door.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
Well,
take?
there's a self checkout, so maybe that's why.
Oh.
And I
But
think-
there
I-
hasn't always been.
I think when they're looking at those receipts, though, at like a Costco or something, they're just seeing if you have a big purchase that it's on the receipt. So like if you have a
Yeah.
TV, they're just seeing TV. Okay, good.
And
They're not
also-
like, oh, bag of chips. Yep. They're like,
Yeah.
no.
But, like,
I'm
won't
also
the alarm
assuming
go
it's
off?
like prevention. Like if someone's like, oh, they're gonna check my receipt, they might not
Oh
steal.
yeah, it's more like the theater of it.
Yeah, the theater of
In
it.
high school, my friend
Theater.
would steal beer. He would just walk into Walmart with like a 30-pack of Keystone and walk out. And nobody would do
I can't-
anything.
I mean, and I think in
Yeah.
California they don't even like prosecute people for stealing stuff anymore. Like,
The
or
liberals.
like murder.
Goddamn liberals. No, my mom and I were at Home Goods, like in Vegas when I was visiting one time, and we literally just saw a guy walk out with a cart full of shit, just like walked out the front door.
Yeah, because like these people who also are working there, they're not going to risk their life.
No, and you're not supposed to.
Right.
Like
yeah.
as an employee, well, a Target, like you can't.
Right.
Even
If
Because
I
as
saw
a
someone
protection,
stealing at any of my retail jobs, I would have been like, good for you.
Yeah. You take it.
can you buy one of those things that like takes out the ink from the clothes?
I
Those
don't
magnet
know.
things?
I think so.
Like, can I buy one
Well,
on eBay?
it's a magnet.
No, but it's like a
It's a
specific
special one.
super
Yeah.
skinny magnet that's very strong and it like
Well,
it's a
one time
mechanism.
I got a really great like jacket, and then I went all the way to Chicago with it, and I was so excited to wear it on St. Patrick's Day, and I looked down and it had the
That
freaking
is
tag on. I was
the
like,
worst.
annoying.
no,
Oh, no.
I was pissed because I had just this whole vision of me wearing this jacket throughout the day. But then I was like,
He had
no,
a vision board.
I bought it. I went to the Macy's and I
Yeah.
brought them a jacket, and I go, I just came all the way here from LA with this on. Can you please
They're
remove
like,
it? And she goes,
scam.
no problem. And she
Oh,
just
yeah.
popped it off for me.
Slay.
So sometimes a store, you can just take it at any store and be like, can you just remove this for me?
Yeah.
Did
Can
you
I-
have your receipt?
She didn't even ask. But
See,
I think I was.
you can
I was
steal
a Macy's or a
whatever you
Nordstrom.
want.
Yeah,
I went to
that's
the-
what I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
What's the one that's in Chicago? That has the
Nordstrom-
bar in the middle of it.
Nordstrom has the greatest return policy of any store ever. And this is like, they will take, you can bring them literally anything and they will take it back for store credit. I learned this in a marketing class, that Nordstrom is like known for their return policy. There used to be a tire shop in a place, and then the tire shop went away, and there was a woman who went to go get her tires redone because she previously went to that tire shop, and it was a Nordstrom, and she went in and was like, hey, like one of the tires that I got,
A
like,
Nordstrom?
yes, it was a tire shop that turned into a Nordstrom's, and they gave her a refund for the tires, even though there wasn't a tire shop there anymore. That's how,
shit.
like, their return policy is psycho good.
So could I take something
But
back
that's
from
not
like,
even
Target?
like a return
can-
policy. That's just them taking trash.
Yeah, I know.
Did
I
they
don't
give
know
the
if
money
they
back?
yeah,
Sell
they gave her
that.
like the money because there was like a warranty or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but I'm wondering if you can just like go with a microwave and be like,
we
yeah,
try?
there used to be a microwave shop here.
I returned my car.
Yeah, I don't know what the limits are, but I think
Interesting.
Nordstrom is known for having an extremely fair return policy.
Like I could wear something for like 6
Yes.
months and then
This
bring
is
it
Oh,
back.
yes.
Sears. You're not thinking of Sears.
I'm thinking of Nordstrom.
Okay, and then Nordstrom had a tire section.
Yeah.
Damn,
Okay,
I didn't
anyway.
know Nordstrom sold tires.
I probably should have researched that in
It
full
is
before I
giving
brought it up.
Sears. I'll
But
give you that.
let
It
me-
is giving
Matt,
Okay,
why don't you
industry
read one?
secrets.
Yes.
Okay, this person posted, I'm a dentist. Here's the lowdown on toothpaste. As long as it has fluoride, they are all basically the same. When I was in dental school, the Colgate lady came by and said that everything says Colgate Total on it. Everything that says Colgate Total on it is all exactly the same. The only difference is the packaging. So whether it says whitening or gum protection or whatever else, it is all exactly the same. The exception is sensitivity toothpaste. Typically does have an extra active ingredient, KNO3, which helps sensitivity. So don't ever feel obligated to buy the expensive toothpaste because you think it will be better for your teeth. Just buy whatever you think you like best.
That
What
should
do
be
you
in our
guys use?
Sensodyne
Oh,
extra
same.
whitening
Same.
because
Nerd.
Sensodyne
Same,
doesn't
I just
have sodium lauryl sulfate, and that's an ingredient that's in toothpaste that typically can cause canker sores. I used to get canker sores all the time, and ever since I've like switched to Sensodyne, I only get a canker sore like a few times a year rather than like every month.
Oh,
are
jeez.
those minty?
It's minty.
I
but
wish there was a toothpaste that had no flavor whatsoever.
Really?
I hate that every toothpaste is minty. It's so
Wait, I didn't know
annoying.
there's not.
Minty.
There's
Where-
crust ones that don't have like a minty flavor.
Where?
I get them from my dentist will give them to me. It's like,
like
the gum.
Tom's.
And it's
kind.
got
Yeah,
no
see,
flavor.
Tom's
There's
doesn't.
baking soda like
No, but
flavored
they'll put
toothpaste.
like some
Make your
other
own.
flavor, like peppermint or like something, and I'm
No,
just like,
I'm telling you, I have it because I hate that. And whenever I have to bring the little travel ones, I get them from my dentist. So I just have like a drawer full of travel
can you
size
take a
ones.
picture of what you have and send it to me?
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have a flavor at night. I don't like mintiness at night.
Oh, I
I
love
want my
it.
breath to smell good because peppermint is like they say it's like a bit of like a stimulant, or the smell and the sensation of something minty in a way wakes you up, and I don't like
It's
how
too
it like
bright at night.
stimulates me at
Yeah.
night. I need like something to calm myself down. So I would like an unflavored toothpaste in the evening.
Like, do you want to have mints every fucking day? Like,
No,
I'm
but
not in the
I
mood
want
for
my
a
breath
mint.
to
Yeah,
feel fresh.
I
That's what I
do.
like.
Oh, do you want
Yeah.
bubblegum flavored?
I mean,
Yeah, you
used
could
to
get
use
that.
Oh, bubblegum.
I just don't want the flavoring.
Grape
like
flavored.
if I
But
because
like when you wake up in the morning, you don't want a nice like refresh. You don't want to be like,
Yeah, I
my
like
morning
that.
routine is bonkers. I don't brush my teeth first thing in the morning. I drink a big glass
Not
of
another
water.
one.
I drink a big thing. I have my Awala and I take a big slurp of water, like probably half a thing of Awala
Okay.
to like start the day. Then I'll have coffee, and then after my coffee, I brush my teeth
That's fair.
because otherwise, then you have coffee breath, and also like it's really not good to keep coffee like all the acid and stuff. So I
Right.
brush my teeth after. But then I'm like, I love the little flavor of coffee. I wish I could just brush
Brush
my
it with coffee
teeth.
flavor?
With coffee?
No, but just not have
Coffee
like
flavored
the
toothpaste.
mint after the coffee. I'm always dreading it. Like this is a terrible combination
Oh,
of flavors.
right.
And then it's like, okay, yes, my teeth are brushed, but I wish I could just have like nothing.
What
zero.
about vanilla?
No,
you should
nothing.
go for a vanilla toothpaste because coffee.
Why are we
and
flavoring
vanilla-
it? Why are we flavoring it? Why can't we just have
Well,
there
because
is plenty of toothpaste that tastes like shit that you can buy.
not taste like shit? Tastes like nothing. I don't want anything. I don't want
Totally not
shit flavored
accepting that.
toothpaste.
I just bought soft brush toothbrushes. Okay, did you see Claudia Salewski's video she made about how much she
Oh, yeah.
restored her gums?
No, I literally was
No.
like, is this an ad?
No,
What
it
the
wasn't an
fuck
ad.
is
She
this?
genuinely like shared the before and after of her gums and how much she was able to get them to.
what was wrong with them at first?
I guess like she was concerned about like receding gums and stuff, and she needed to work on her gum health, and so she got better toothpaste and better toothbrush bristles.
You want soft bristles,
and I
not medium or
Oh,
bought
hard.
those ones, and it's been the softest.
That's what Nolan gets. He gets like the
experience.
soft. It's like a specific brand he always
I
gets.
forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
but-
Are they like colored?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
I
what
bought
he
like
gets.
a 6-pack of those.
Yes.
I feel like
And-
they're all in cahoots. The dentists,
I mean,
the
for
toothbrush
sure.
companies.
Everyone in America is in cahoots with
Yes,
someone.
everything is a scam. That's my big theory.
Yeah, this should have been in our other episode.
Yeah, it's all a scam.
Dentistry.
Dentistry scams.
Except
The whole
for my
episode.
dentist, I love him.
When they and like 9 out of 10 dentists. What is that?
I don't know.
Who are these 10
One
people?
is like,
Oh,
no, fuck
I
this.
see what you're saying.
It's the dentist board.
The ADA,
The
American,
ADA?
the American Dental. Great crossword puzzle clue. The ADA.
That's why
There
I
was something
know.
on it the other day. It was like the organization that would be worried about emissions.
Oh, the EPA.
Yeah. But I was
Environmental
like,
Protections
I don't
Agency.
fucking know.
Really?
Like NBA.
EPA, yeah.
That's why I don't do the whole one because I have one brain cell.
So annoying.
The mini though, I solved it in like a minute 30 last night.
Hey,
The mini.
The mini.
A minute 30.
Wait, how many? A minute
Wow.
30. Wow.
pretty good.
That's
you
pretty
gotta
good.
get like
Too
you gotta get like a
bad.
30-second one, and just that's when you know you're.
Do you
like,
ever like just
Sometimes that
have your
happens.
energy drink and sit there and go? I'm like.
No, because I do it
Your
at night.
energy
I'm
drink.
high
Like-
while I do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's fair.
Okay. This one
It's
says.
like 6 hours.
This
Sorry.
one says locksmith here. We can get into any lock and door within 30 seconds. All the posturing and bringing out an impressive toolkit and hammer drill is just showmanship to prolong the call out. 30 seconds flat.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had to get a lock
No.
undone? Oh my God. It's crazy.
Wait, so they bring all this equipment out, but then they're just like, doot.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, locks are.
That sounds like a lot of work.
a
for-
locked door only keeps an honest man honest.
What is okay? Wait, say that again.
A locked door only keeps an honest man honest.
I'm not
What
following.
is that? Okay,
Women can't come in. He can't cheat
That's
on his
not what
wife.
that means.
Okay, explain it. I kind of get it, but explain it.
People lock their
Say
doors.
four.
People
If they're hiding something,
no, people lock their doors because they're like, oh, I don't want thieves to come in. But
I don't
if
want anyone to come in.
right, but like a locked door is just gonna like if you're not gonna try and break in, a locked door is only prevent it. It's not gonna prevent a thief from coming in. If a thief wants to come in, the locked door is not stopping them.
But you know
Oh.
what is? My gun.
What about
yes.
a window?
That's the point. Forget it. Do you want me to look up what this
No,
quote means?
actually.
I'm not
Sorry.
doing a
I
good
feel
job
like we're
explaining
really
I
it.
making
kind
you
of see
upset
what you're
today.
going on, and in a way, it does make sense. But I think it's good to lock things out of like for your own mental health.
But it's
and,
not
like,
actually gonna protect you.
I have one that interests me.
What is that?
When you order fries at literally any place that sell fries and order no salt, 95% of the time they just drop them back in the fryer for a split second and serve them to you.
So it feels fresh.
Yeah.
Wait, no
And
it,
salt?
like,
That
takes
does
the
make
salt
sense because I'm
off.
like,
Yeah.
how? Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, it's like you're just making new fries. when you want the no salt, but that makes sense.
They're just like, oh, burn off the salt.
Interesting. Had no idea.
Whoa. Do you know the way that like Waffle House does their orders? Like the code that they have between the waiters and the cooks?
Yeah, double
they
smother,
just
double covered.
scream it.
What are you trying to say?
I saw this like training video last night on TikTok that was it for Waffle House, and they go, if somebody orders a toast, on the plate put a jelly and then a napkin, and then when they bring that up to the servers, they know what to put on the plate based on this preloading thing with the condiments that the waitress has put together. So it's like a code. I don't know if they still do it. Maybe the video could have been from like the early 2000s.
Where's this from?
It was just on TikTok, and it was a Waffle House employee training video. And it was a guy explaining the code that they use to like show the shorthand cooks what they need to put on the plate rather than writing it on a piece of paper.
I will say I was at a Waffle House over the summer, and she was standing at our table because they're so small, and like where they take your order, they're already in the kitchen.
Yes.
And she just screamed at the cooks. Bad guys. What? No, literally. Yes. And I was like, this is so chaotic. How do they remember?
I think they might have abandoned their naval ship sign language.
The jelly, the Smuckers.
This is like some CIA.
Do you remember back when like Hooters used to like?
No.
Yeah, never been to a Hooters.
You never ate at Hooters when you were a kid?
No.
A kid?
You ate for free on Tuesdays.
I've only been to the like Hollywood Boulevard one.
We had
I went to Hooters all the time.
We had good parents, Matt.
That explains the sexist part.
My mom would even take us. My mom didn't mind. Okay, well, they used to put the orders on like a zip line and then zip it across to the kitchen, and it was always fun to watch.
Yeah, that's what you were watching.
Hey, Matt, want to go see the zip lines? It's the family secret.
Yeah. I have just like a silly one. It says, almost every hairstylist gets the heebie-jeebies when we shampoo your hair and you stare up at us. Close your damn eyes.
Oh,
shampoo
who the fuck is doing that?
I know, my eyes are always closed.
Me
so I'm
too.
like, I want to savor this head massage for as long as I can.
Yeah.
Huh. Matt, you have another one?
Oh, I did find one that is relevant to what we talked about the last episode. It says the clothes you find at an outlet more often than not are not cast-offs or overages from the regular store. There's a whole separate entity that designs and produces clothes at lesser quality for outlet prices.
I knew it.
Hold on. Outlet is different than a TJ Maxx or a Marshalls.
Sure, but like that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I would say I didn't know
like
that.
a Nike outlet, you'll find different stuff that you can't find like online. But it's cheaper.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I used to go to like a Polo Ralph Lauren outlet, and I would go in there and I was always like, this doesn't seem like it's that good.
Yeah.
It just has the Polo logo.
Ralph Lauren.
So like the Prada outlet,
Traditional Americana.
on the way home from Palm Springs, is that going to be different? Or
Yes.
is that
The outlets are that's like
Prada?
People
or like
think
Chanel?
like, ooh, we're getting a deal at the outlets. Like they
Like,
just
you're
are.
just paying-
They're just branding. You're paying more for the brand of like
Crazy.
shitty quality. But I don't think that applies to a TJ Maxx or Marshalls or those types of places.
Interesting.
But that's.
See, I would think Prada would be like,
But I do think at outlets they also mixed in some of their
was gonna
standard stuff,
say.
like socks or like basics might be
or
normalized.
stuff that's like no longer in season,
yes,
really
yes.
throw you
etc.
Yeah, I remember when my parents like found out about outlets, we thought we like found the deal of the century. Like, oh, we're gonna drive 45 minutes to go to the outlets. Because in the 90s, it's like
Oh my God,
you can't look it up.
Lived
You
at the
hear
outlets.
Yeah.
they're selling stuff at 75% off. Where?
Yeah.
What? We can do. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, big scam.
Construction boy here. If your windows or sliding doors are tough to open and close, 9 times out of 10, we put your own dish soap on the tracks, and the thing works perfectly. It takes 5 minutes, and we charge $150.
rude.
Dish soap, people.
So
it's
what-
better than WD-40 sometimes.
Wow. So you're just sitting there watching them take your own dish soap.
I guess.
Damn. Little shitty.
That's a good one, Matt.
Someone said, people really do listen to the recordings of your phone calls that may be recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. There's an entire industry surrounding and surrounding that analyzes the data from those calls and how they went from a compliance and QC perspective.
I have another item
that
about
does
that.
make sense.
I never knew that.
I didn't know that either. Like, I thought it was like, they're only going to listen to it if something crazy happens.
Totally.
But they're probably also listening to make
Putting
sure their
it in the
employees
archive.
are.
Did you also know that when they put you on hold,
Yes.
they can still hear you?
Yes. And
I
They're just
did not need to know that
muting their
information.
mic and playing that thing, but the entire time you're talking, they can hear you the whole time.
Why,
And
they should tell you that. That's a
they-
scam.
Well, yeah. So like when you're listening even to the music, you hear the music, and if you're like, this fucking person's so fucking stupid, like they can hear that.
So when
also,
I'm like singing along, they
oh
hear
yeah,
me.
they hear it. And also on websites when you have chats, like they don't
They
just
know.
see when you press enter.
Yeah.
They see what you're typing and
Yeah.
backspacing and typing and backspacing too.
I know that one.
I did not know that one.
Which I've definitely been frustrated and been like, are you fucking kidding? No.
Yeah.
I would love for you to please look into
That would
this.
be
like,
so funny to watch. Someone like
God.
be so angry and then delete it and then be like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah.
That would be really funny.
Former Bath and Body Works associate here. The scents they discontinue will come back with a different name and new marketing. They're just recycling the scents.
Shitty.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
people would. I feel like people would pick up on that, like the real B&B
The real.
heads.
Oh, I'm sure there are people who are like crazy Bath and Body enthusiasts.
Yeah, they're like, this is the same.
Do you remember the candle lady on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you remember her?
Oh yeah, is she still making candle videos?
I don't know, but she was like on it. She was like going to Bath and Body Works every goddamn day. She was getting the sales.
Yeah,
She
there's-
was like obsessed. She got into like a fight with her neighbor once in a video. It was a whole thing. Because I think her and her neighbor would like carpool to work or something, and she would like film that as well.
Oh boy.
I have one.
Okay.
I used to work in a butter factory. As far as bricked butter is concerned, buy the cheapest stuff you can find. It's literally the same stuff. There are 3 butter factories in the US, and they all send them off to get packaged. That's what the company I worked for did. The butters came in 22 kilogram boxes. We put in a giant churner for freshness and churned and pushed them through the pipes of 16 different labeling machines. We had over 200 labels and would put them on. Land O'Lakes, Crystal, Great Value, literally the same butter, the same
What?
machines. Put the labels so salted and unsalted is the only difference.
I read this same thing about olive oil.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense. We have the
Pretty
illusion of
crazy.
choice here in America, folks.
Yeah.
I hate the butter that's in, like, I like container butter. It's so much easier to
Yeah,
spread.
I hate the sticks of butter.
Oh my
Why?
God.
You got to put it in a little buttery.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
when they go like 1 teaspoon of butter, I'm like, okay, so that's just like,
Well, it's
if
marked
it's on
on
a
the-
stick, it's a slice of it. Like,
I'm just talking about.
tablespoon.
but I like just like putting my little measuring cup
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
in the butter that's like in a tub and then plopping it
It's
out
also
rather trying to.
way easier to spread. Like
Yeah.
when it's a
Well-
brick and it's in the fridge, it's like
Well, keep it out on your counter.
I
in
know,
a
but sometimes
buttery.
I don't know I'm going to use it till last minute, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I need butter. You mean all the time? Leave it out?
Yeah,
Oh
in a little buttery.
Oh yeah, some people. Yeah,
I didn't know
some
you could do
people
that.
leave butter just out.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little strange to me.
They
Well,
used to have like old butter. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it was really cute on TikTok. It was like, this was my grandma's like butter bowl, and it had like water in it. It like kept it fresh, and it was sitting on the counter, and it
should you keep butter in water?
or it was below it or something. Something to like keep it fresh.
Yeah, the water like makes the seal so that the butter doesn't go bad, but it still stays at room temperature. It's like the way to create the seal.
Yeah, I can't really exactly remember. I probably shouldn't even brought it up because I have no
No,
idea.
no,
but-
I know what you're talking about. It's like a way to
But I was like,
store
I want
butter on
one
your
of those.
countertop, and I think like the base has water on it, and then you put the lid on top, so the lid acts as like a thing from dust, and then the water keeps it fresh.
Okay.
Yeah,
is
and
what
it's
I've
just
heard.
like it's like an olden thing. Like people used to do it back.
I
in
don't
the
know if
day.
this is still true, and maybe hotels have caught on to this, but if you ever need to cancel a hotel, like the night of, but it is
Like, you
within
can't.
their cancellation policy and you'll get charged, you instead call and just say, hey, can I actually push this reservation by a week? I booked it for the wrong week. And then they'll move your reservation to the next week, and then you'll call like 2 days later and then cancel it.
I
Because then
read
it's
this
within the
yesterday
window.
too.
Really?
I should have
Yeah.
done that one time.
Yeah, because yeah, because
Oh my gosh.
when you want to cancel a hotel and it's like the day of, you're
Yeah.
fucked.
That's crazy, and they let you do it.
That's what I've read. I've never had to try it, but I know that I've changed hotels before. I don't know that I've done it the day of, but it makes perfect sense.
So it was a really funny tweet, and it was like, I guess they have these things for girls where you can put like sticky boobs, basically, but they have a thing that make you look like you have a nipple piercing.
Yes, I saw this.
And someone quote tweeted it and was like, "This is stolen valor."
Didn't Kim Kardashian just put out? Is that a real thing or that's
yes, it's a bra with nipples.
Okay, but there's ones that have like a nipple piercing.
Yes, it's not
like,
a bra, but it's like a.
That's stolen valor.
You know those like little like flower petals I used to wear
On
over
your
my
nipples? Yes.
Or the beef cutlets.
And yeah, like it's literally that small. It's like this small, a little jelly looking, and then it has like a jelly nipple ring.
So when you have a shirt on, it looks like you're just wearing...
as someone who had her nipple pierced, I agree. It's
stolen valor.
Is that something that like women, like you guys like, oh, my nipples are hard, and like you like that people can see that your nipples...
No,
like they
I
can
don't really
see
think
your
about
nipples. So you're like, ooh, okay, this is adding a little bit edge to the look. Because like, I just feel like, oh, that's just something that's naturally just going on with their body and they're not wearing a bra and it's happening.
And it's
Yeah.
hot.
But like, is that something? Because they're clearly doing that because then women are like, ooh, they like the look.
The nipple piercing?
No, of
He
just
just means
the
when your nipples are like
they
poking
like the
in a shirt.
the
So
nips
I'm sure
poking.
some people do.
Yeah. I don't really think about it. Honestly, if my nipples are poking, I'm like,
Mine are just
They
always
had to
hard.
have discovered that in a focus group. Like, so what do we guys think about these looks? Do we like the nipples or not the nipples?
yeah.
Well, it's like an accessory, you know?
And I guess because is the bra also like pushing your boobs together? Does it make your boobs look big?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would imagine.
It's
But I also think like the skims of it all, they are kind of, you know, some people get like mastectomies and don't have nipples anymore.
Yeah,
oh yeah, I'm all for
Like,
nipple
stuff
tats.
like that.
Yeah,
What?
like people who after they have breast cancer, they don't have a nipple, and then they go get a
Oh,
tattoo.
like a-
they
oh.
get a nipple tattooed on. That's I
Yeah.
think that's great.
I
But
just
she's-
meant like the bra.
Yeah, she's talking about the bra.
It's crazy the world of bras. How sometimes like women are actually wearing the wrong bra size. Is that true?
Yeah, they say like most women don't actually know their bra size.
Do you think you're wearing the right bra size?
I don't really wear like bras.
I don't own anything.
Yeah, I just wear
Oh.
bralettes usually. It's like a small.
Okay. You
I
don't
don't-
own any
I
bras?
don't know what my
Or
cup
just
size is.
OnlyFans ones.
Oh, just like
Just like crazy ones. Spikes.
seasonal ones.
No, literally.
Pumpkins.
I just did my shoot this weekend for the holidays. I do like an advent calendar.
No, you do. I love that you have this double, like this other life.
She's Hannah Montana.
And I got
Home
like
Montana.
a bra because it was so cute, but it's one that has like insane push up. My boobs literally like came up.
Well,
to
that'll
here.
do real well for the
No, but I was
OF.
like, who's wearing this? Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
I'll show you the photo because it's
yes,
like
please.
absolutely wild.
Share with the class. We'll put it in the podcast
Yeah,
video.
I just like I can't.
Yeah. A really big push-up bra is like jarring.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for
What's the
someone who
one
has
at
like small
Victoria's Secret
boobs.
called the
Miracle.
It starts with a B. Bombshell.
Bombshell? Yeah, that one's crazy.
I think that's literally what I have on.
But if you so if you're like hooking up with a girl and she had like that on and
My
then she-
wife.
well talking another life, not Patricia, but I'm just
Okay.
saying like think 10 years ago, I don't know. You see a girl, you see her cleavage, but then she takes the bra off and it's just like boop, like flat. Would you be like, or would you be
Fake.
like, whatever, I don't care?
Faker.
I mean, it's not going to be like a
you know
magic
what?
trick
I
where they
could
disappear.
Well,
I
no,
can
but
spot like
Oh, here we
big
go.
boobs,
Fake
and I can
bust.
also spot like bra
Pushed up
boobs.
boobs.
He did
Yeah.
grow up at Hooters. So
That's
true. I don't know about this bra, Mom.
That's a push-up bra, Mom. I don't like that one.
absolutely tracks.
Yeah, and I can spot it all, and I can spot fake boobs like that.
Can you
Easy.
spot my fake boobs?
You don't have fake boobs.
Yeah, I do.
Do
Can
you
tell?
really?
No. Yeah, I have
know.
fake boobs and they're so small.
No, I can spot fake boobs. Nothing wrong with fake boobs, but I think sometimes I've had discussions with people, and like even Patricia's been like, she doesn't have fake boobs. I'm like, yes, she does. Those are fake. And then she's like, oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
If you ever see rabbits or chickens at a zoo, they are the food.
No.
Oh, that tracks.
I don't like that.
Well, you know what? Good for the animals though, because they need a little bit of chase. Even though, get the animals out of the zoo.
Did you guys see the lion that like escaped from a zoo and is walking through a neighborhood?
No, that's
Wait,
so
when was
scary.
this?
It was well, actually, I don't know. It was on TikTok, but I was like, oh my God. But then I felt really bad for the lion because he was probably like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Do you know at Disneyland, there are these cages that we do not see that are hidden away from us, and they're like chicken coops, bird coops, where they hold these animals in there for not feeding other animals there. They do it to get a sense if there's an airborne, like, for airborne, like, terrorism. Like, if there's, like, a disease, so if the animals die, they can see that something bad is in the air. It's like an early predictor to see if something's in the air. So they have these, like, places in, like, Disneyland hidden away where they have these birds around, and they just check on them and make sure.
What?
Disneyland has so many secrets, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, creepy.
I don't know how, like, it's just crazy the amount of people that work there. Like, the scale of it.
How many people think work there? Like, I have no concept of the amount of people.
It's got to be over 1,000 in a day.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe multiple.
I mean,
Did you
there's
ever
so
see the
many
TikTok
rides.
of that guy who like got lost
And
in
that's
the
just at
back
the
area?
land.
And like he was like in this other like room in the backstage area where there was like people with like microphones. And they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna have to get someone to bring you out. And like there was a conference room back there, and it was just they were being like super shady about it. You know what I'm talking about? Never saw this.
No.
There's like a lot of conspiracies that like there's a lot of shady shit going on at Disneyland's because there's a lot of kids there, and like
Yeah.
people are assuming that shady stuff is going on.
3,000 to 6,000 each day.
Damn. Also,
Employees?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, think of all like the cast members they have.
All the ride attendants, all
Yeah.
the food attendants, all the
It's wild.
people cleaning up.
Whoa.
And it probably like changes depending on like the season.
I've also read a while ago, I don't know if this is still true, but Disneyland will not allow anyone to be declared dead there. So basically they don't have any like deaths at Disneyland, but they wait till they're out of the park for paramedics to declare them dead.
Are people dying at Disneyland frequently?
No, but like if it happens.
can happen.
Like someone
Well,
could
you
have
would
a heart
never know.
attack or like
Apparently only 2 people
know.
have been born at Disneyland.
at Disney adults.
There was a rumor that if you were born at Disneyland that you got free Disney for the rest of your life.
Is that true?
Pregnant women at 9 months.
It's not true because
Yeah.
if there was free Disneyland,
They'd be doing it all the
people
time.
would be going there just
waddling
like
in there.
dropping babies.
Let's go on the
That'll
craziest
save you
ride.
so much money having free
Oh
Disney
my
for the rest of your
God,
life.
Yeah.
In 2015, it said there have been 4 babies born at Disneyland.
Wow.
And people did it because of the
rumor.
urban legend.
Damn, and then they're like, oh wait, that wasn't real.
The
That was
kids
sad.
who ended up getting free Disney for the rest of their life were the first kids that ever walked into Disney, and I think they were like 2 kids who were on a road trip with their family, and then they realized that Disneyland was opening, and they decided to go up and just to see like the outside of it, and the kids were crying, and apparently Walt Disney walked by and was just like, "What's wrong, little boy?" And then they were like, "Oh," like they were just upset. And he goes, "How would you like to be the first people to walk into Disneyland?" And he took them in, and they were the first kids, and they
No
got free
way.
Disney for the rest of their life,
Wow.
all because they were just on a road trip, pulled over, and like
That's crazy.
Got
I saw
it.
this on a Joe Rogan clip, but a lot of pictures of Walt Disney that you see, he's always like going like this, giving the peace sign. But it's really that he was smoking cigarettes, and they photoshopped all the cigarettes out of his hands.
all Disney
Matt on the
employees,
podcast?
you don't point.
What's that?
Matt on the podcast.
All Disney employees point with 2 fingers because that's how Walt Disney did it. Anytime, like the most famous statue of him is he's just pointing like this.
He was really blasting
But
six.
yeah,
it was
he was
puffing
picture
a
like this.
cigarette. They photoshopped out like all the cigarettes out of his hands.
Okay, back to the
Interesting.
bird thing. It says a woman who was in labor came to Disneyland. She wasn't
During
going
labor.
there. Yeah.
Ew.
And actually hid in a bathroom, and her husband came to first aid to tell them that his wife was in the bathroom in labor. She would not come out because she had heard that you get a lifetime passport
Oh
if your
my
baby's born at
God.
Disney. Once they assured her that she would not be receiving a lifetime passport, she came out and accepted the ambulance ride where her baby was born shortly after.
Fuck, that's so dangerous.
That's so
But-
crazy.
Okay, the first
ma'am.
woman who was born there, it was in 1979. Her name was Teresa. She didn't
Shout
get
out to Teresa.
She didn't get a lifetime pass, but everyone thinks that like Disney's lying about it. They're like,
Oh.
she definitely did, but they're just keeping it a secret.
Oh, it's like a conspiracy.
But it says
Interesting.
that she did get a visit from Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy in the hospital, and they presented her with a Disneyland birth certificate number 1, which in retrospect, the company probably regretted as well.
Whoa.
It says there have just been 4 babies born on Disney property.
Now
in
they all come
total.
with a gun and they say, if you ever fucking come back.
Yeah. Who's going to Disney this pregnant?
You don't know.
What do the jails look like at Disney? Wait, can they arrest you at Disneyland?
100%, I'm
But
sure.
what does the jail look like? Is
Disney
it like fun
jail.
looking?
They just bring you
Stays
to
in the castle.
The creepiest thing
The
is that there's
children's
jails
center.
on cruise ships.
Yeah. Well, that makes absolute sense.
Well,
People
like,
are
but when I
fucked
first
up.
thought about that, I'm like, that is so fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That
it's a
like
crazy
you just
concept.
like are in a prison cell on a ship.
Yes.
Ugh.
Is there pin trading at the Disney jail? They got the little pin board to
Or
swap
if you
out.
got like a specific jail pin.
Oh, that'd be a hot pin to get.
It says there are consequences. Yes, even Disney jail, but Disney jail isn't exactly what you might imagine it to be.
See, that's what I thought. That's what I wanted to think.
It's
Like it was
not
just like out of
housed-
Pirates of the Caribbean. Like,
No, that's what it literally says. It says it's not housed in the Pirates of the Caribbean, and Sheriff Woody will not be patrolling outside your toy cardboard cell. The Disney jail is really just a holding room with a few basic chairs in the security office at Disney Park.
okay.
Well, this actually is right on topic. It says, as a former TSA worker, security is a lot of theater. TSA is constantly failing plain clothes inspections. What the fuck does that
People
mean?
wearing plain clothes. Like a plainclothes police officer is someone that's not in uniform.
Got it.
But an inspection would be like they're from a different government organization, but they're dressed like a regular person.
Oh, okay.
Testing out if the TSA is actually doing their job.
Got it.
I
Okay.
don't know if I want to know this.
It's not scary, what I'm about to say. I mean, maybe what I just said was scary.
Aaron looks
I
petrified.
It says, I
So
worked...
they're failing inspections?
Oh yeah,
Bringing
no, like,
people through TSA?
yeah, they're like people have like snuck guns and swords and all this shit through TSA without them catching it. It's complete bullshit. They're just wasting your time.
I don't believe that fully.
Okay.
Okay, Matt.
But doesn't the TSA Instagram like post all
Yeah.
the crazy stuff that they find every week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like most of them do their job correctly, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some. But it says, this guy says, I worked with a guy who got fired because someone showed him an ID with a picture of Mickey Mouse on it and he let the person through because he wasn't paying attention.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Bad
I
day.
feel like I could definitely fly as somebody else. They are not checking those IDs thoroughly at all.
I don't think you could.
Oh no, I sat on a plane one time that was going to Fresno.
Oh yeah, you got on the wrong flight.
I got on the wrong
Oh,
flight. I went out
yeah.
of Jet Suite X and I had my headphones in.
Well,
and
Jet
like,
Suite
I
X is a little
a
different
little
than
different,
LAX.
yeah.
But I saw
Yeah.
people like getting up and I was just like, okay, showed her my pass and my ID, got on the flight and I'm sitting there listening and then I hear like Fresno and I'm like, this is going to Fresno?
Oh,
And,
Matt.
And
shit.
she goes, are you not supposed to be on flight? I'm like, why the hell am I on this flight?
Why
you
the
guys
hell
let
did you let me
me
scan
on a
this?
flight I don't belong on? And she was like, sir, please, no, yeah, you got to get off now.
Like,
And they
man,
let
this
me
is
off.
your fault.
Well, I was just like, I was a
Well,
little
I feel like Jet
freaky.
Suite's confusing too because sometimes there's multiple planes there that leave like at very similar times.
Yeah.
That's true.
I just
yeah.
thought it was strange. Like I showed her
Yeah.
my pass and she was like, all right, you're good to go. Like that's your one thing is to make sure that the pass adds up.
Yeah.
I know. It is probably because it's such a small airport that she's like, oh yeah, that one's. She probably got it confused because it's like only a couple flights leave there a day. So she saw Fresno. Was like, oh yeah, it's going there.
And there was probably a giant sign that said Fresno that you didn't pay attention to.
Well, the Jet Suite exit's like in a hangar. You don't, there's no screen.
Oh,
To me,
okay.
that makes more sense than like you getting on a plane going.
To France instead of like
Florida.
Baltimore. Yeah, that probably can't happen
Yeah, no.
because your boarding pass is scanned to the thing,
And then it goes beep beep beep.
yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday, so sorry for the repetitiveness if you listen to both podcasts. But we were talking
Well, this
about.
one will be a month later.
Well, that's true. So maybe everyone has forgotten. But those like not pranks, but like surprises people do, where they bring a friend or a significant other or something to another,
like blindfold them.
like to another. Yeah, get on a plane and take them to a destination. We're like, there's no way. Like they're
Did
gonna.
you see the one I sent you last night?
Yes, it was so crazy.
Oh, like we're going somewhere secret. You
Yeah,
don't
but it's
know
like,
until
okay,
we get
So
there.
you didn't hear the person over the intercom. You didn't see the map. You didn't see the ticket. Like you didn't hear
when you
anyone
get
around
on
you.
the plane, it doesn't say we'll be in LAX in 3 hours and
No,
45.
it's
Like
crazy.
yeah.
Well, I saw that
Exactly.
like last night of a kid who was like going to Melbourne, but like obviously the flight attendant's like, well, I tell you where we're going, but one of the passengers is blindfolded.
Yeah.
It's going to be a surprise.
I sent that
Obviously,
to
you're
Chris.
Australian. We're
Yeah.
going to Australia.
No, I think that they were were from New Zealand.
Oh, okay. So they still didn't know where they were going.
Yeah.
All right. Take it back.
Yeah, we were like, the only way would be like noise canceling headphones, an eye mask, and like you can't look at anything.
And that seems like a miserable way to travel.
Literally, it's torture. Like,
well, I was telling her how I
12 hours.
watched one who her like husband was surprising her for her 30th birthday, and it was a 15-hour travel day. And I was like, give me a break. Like, you know where you're going. She was filming the whole thing. She was filming her food.
Okay,
'cause she like flew Emirates.
Fake.
She was like, then we got this food. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Fake. I
fake.
cannot stand fake pranks, and all the comments are like, this is hilarious. I'm like, what?
Oh,
What
like
I
couple pranks?
Yes.
Well, I can't stand also like fake DIY things or things that are done
Like stupid. Like to make you keep
it's
watching
always
it.
the same fucking guy. What's his name? Like Jeff Folsom or something?
I don't know.
And he's always like, so today we're going to be like, oh, I'm doing this stencil art in my kid's room, or he's doing some
Yes.
weird hack
Oh,
in his
yes, I've
house,
seen the
and
stencil
he's
one.
destroying, and he's doing a shit job for
It's
it.
just like clickbait.
It's rage
like,
bait.
It's
It's called rage bait.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Like
He's
5 minutes.
raging.
Yeah, it's working.
No,
And it looks like he's made a ton of money off this rage bait. His house looks nice, and he has all these friends and family over. But I'm like, yo, if you were my friend and that's like all the videos you make, I would just, I couldn't stand that type of content.
and then people will react to it too, or like they do it with food a lot too. They're like, okay, we're gonna make dinner tonight, and
it's
then
a shit recipe.
putting a hot dog in a blender, and then like putting like glitter in it, and like it's just rage bait. The whole that's the point. Is like,
I think
what are they
should
doing?
Become illegal because it's like wasting time for people.
But like, use your brain.
Yeah, just be like, this is rage bait.
Like,
and
I
I'm
don't
going
trust.
past it.
I know myself that I'll be like, okay, this is stupid. But there's so many dumb people out there, and I feel like, why am I being sympathetic to dumb people
don't
wasting
know.
their time? But I don't know, frustrates me.
Rage
Yeah.
bait, Matt. Be aware.
And
Stay
fake
away.
pranks should also be illegal because those are so fucking
Because
annoying.
it spreads misinformation too, and sometimes it
True.
can put the
It does.
people in danger. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's been some people on Reddit who will post a breakdown of those, cheap little easy DIY hacks that are actually can set your house on fire.
Right. Or it's like
Like, if your phone charger's dead, just strip off a battery wire and attach this with foil, and then you can charge your phone. Do not do that.
Yeah, you're
you will
trolling.
set your house on fire.
it's also like people say, oh, if your phone's if you want to upgrade your phone to the newest software, just put it in the microwave for 3 seconds, and it's like you'll just break your phone instantly.
See,
and people will do
like,
that.
Those should be illegal.
Yeah.
Or just, yeah.
I mean, yeah, people are. It's,
Say it.
but it could also be like 13-year-olds who don't know any better, and they're on the internet, and they're like, "Wait, I can increase my
Yeah.
phone battery by putting it in the microwave."
Then you
Tide
should
Pod?
monitor what your children are watching on the
Yeah.
internet.
I rage bait's tough. The worst is couple pranks who like live together.
It's just so fucking
you
obvious.
know that you're gonna get pranked. Like, what are
Well,
we doing here?
They're not actually pranking each other.
I know.
It's all a setup.
I know, but who's believing this? Like, I
That's
can't
the
believe
thing.
you got her
Idiots.
this time. Oh, wow.
Whenever you see a TikTok account that is like Carly and Susan,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like the name of the couple, immediately
Yes.
those
It's a
people
prank.
have set up every
Every
single
single
thing on
thing.
their page.
Yeah.
Not a single piece of it is like authentic content.
Yeah.
Even when they're like on the couch and the girl's just like filming, like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you doing? And it's like, no, this is scripted,
Yep.
edited, reshot multiple times.
A newer one that's really annoying to me is, TikTok Shop?
Oh, yeah.
God.
It's somebody like promoting it, and it'll be so fake. I saw one, I actually got this, and it's really nice, but it's like a little thing you stick to glass.
The
and
white
Yes.
iPhone holder.
I like
thing,
it
yes.
because with the Octobuddy, it like leaves marks and everything. And this girl came in and she was like, remember that mirror phone holder I got? And her friend was like, yeah. It was just so fake. She's like, it worked so well, look. And it's just like to sell it, but it's just like, okay.
Bad acting.
Like, do it, just do it real.
I can't stand like also the certain couples that do pranks, but it's more about like their personalities when getting pranked, or like the boyfriend's always defensive. Like,
Oh, yeah,
what
it's
are
fake.
you doing?
Yeah.
Why you putting mayonnaise? You ain't a thing
Are
of
you
mayonnaise.
talking about that specific couple where the guy is Italian?
Like Italian?
Yes, and I'm just like,
Not
dude,
real. They are not
Not
real.
No, they're not real.
Oh,
and
the
I'm
fake
just-
Italian boyfriend?
Yeah.
Where she
Well,
like
he's
breaks the
just-
pasta in half and she's like, you don't do that to a pasta.
That's not who I'm thinking of, but
No,
I have seen
but I know
that
that one
before.
too.
But you know which one I'm
Yes.
talking
100%.
about.
Like
Which
younger,
is
like blonde or
every
whatever.
TikToks
They're
are
kind
the
of young.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm sure like it happened once and they're like, oh, it did so well.
Yeah.
And then they just keep going with it. And it's
Yeah.
like,
No, that
Let it ride
Italian
out.
one though, I'm like,
I know.
who is watching these.
The
It's
ones that I
old
do think is
boomers.
real, though, is where a girl will be on her phone and she'll play like a thirst trap song while she's recording,
Yeah,
and then the
those
guy
are
will look
funny.
to see if it's the thirst trap.
Sometimes.
If those are, I don't know if they're real, but those I do think are
They're
funny.
real as long as it's not coming from an account
Right,
that has
that's a
the
couple
boy
account.
and
Yeah.
the girl name.
Right.
You know what I hate?
That's
that I
brilliant.
think is like so dark, but I will watch a whole compilation of them, and it's always around the holiday time.
Here we go.
Of people who tell their parents a certain celebrity died.
Oh,
I love
Like
that.
John Bon Jovi dead at 65. What?
And you know what's
they're
crazy?
so good.
I feel like Jason Nash started that. He was doing that on Vine.
What's
No
Back
way.
in the day. Yup.
What
I
did he do?
remember
He
him-
told his mom?
He would just be around people and be like, oh my God, like blah, blah, blah died. And
Oh
Who would
my
you, okay,
God.
now who would get your parents like the most if you had to do it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe like Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen for my
If you told me
dad.
Jerry
know.
Seinfeld died, I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that to me.
I like don't know if my parents would really react that way.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think so
I
either.
think they would be like like if I told my dad like Bono died, he'd be like, "Wow, that's like a great loss." Like, but it wouldn't be like, "Oh, my
yeah,
God."
who are these people? Who are these
Oh.
60-year-old women freaking out about Enrique Iglesias? Like, what do you relax, lady?
I saw one who was like, did Mom, Trump died? And she was like, like she was like flipping out, like her
It depends
son
how
died.
many drinks my parents have had. Like if they're like 3 drinks in, you'll get the best
Yeah.
reaction. They'll be
Right.
like, "What?"
Oh, I could imagine Cindy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she'd be like, "Oh,
Barbara
Yeah.
Streisand died.
oh." Barbara Streisand with my mom. I'm trying to think of who my mom would get. It would be like John Travolta.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
She would
that's
just
a
be like,
good one.
"Oh, John."
yeah.
I
John
don't. I
Travolta's a
feel like
good
my
one.
parents wouldn't care.
I know. I can't think
Yeah.
of like any that I would know my parents would react crazy, but they are funny. I
Yeah,
like,
or like Patton Oswalt. My dad would just be like, "What?"
Patton Oswalt.
That's
Jimbo.
nuts.
The prank with like playing a thirst trap sound or whatever
Oh,
on
yeah.
TikTok. I saw one last night that was kind of funny and it felt very real. It was a girl who it used a sound that sounded like you were getting like a million texts. So she basically started recording the TikTok with the sound and put her phone down and like went to the bathroom to see if like her boyfriend would pick it up. And all you see is her boyfriend going. Like she's like, what the fuck is going on with her phone? It's like
Yeah.
harmless, but it's
Yeah.
just silly. I kind of want to try that one because it's literally like ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding. It's crazy.
Or the one where like they'll I mean, it's so terrible to do. It's like a girlfriend or a boyfriend will have the filter that shows a text from one else of the opposite gender saying like, "Can't wait to see you tonight, babe."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Who is that?
Who's that?
Like, why are you starting an argument with your fucking significant other for
Yeah.
internet points? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
The views, baby.
Oh God,
The fake
people.
prank views.
Well, those are some fun industry secrets, I would say, huh, guys?
Yes, I think
And
so.
some
TikTok.
pranks.
And TikTok pranks. Yeah. Pranks.
Comment
suck.
down below your favorite industry secrets.
Yeah.
I remember I saw one about Target while I was working there and I was like, that's definitely not true, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh,
Something about like the clearance tags or
I love
something.
your camo shirt.
I love your camo shirt.
I think there's a thing with
Thank
Walmart that, and I
Why
think
did you say that?
they might even publicize it, but like the price at Walmart will like tell you if it's at the lowest possible price, if it's a new item, if it's going away after this. Like if it ends in a 3, it means something. If it's like 97 cents, it means something. Matt is just.
She's looking at her ring cam.
Well, I got like 30 notifications that was like.
Do you have a ring cam in your house?
That's what I didn't understand. I was
Wait,
like,
what is it?
I got so many that says there's a person in your kitchen indoor cam. And I was like, I don't have one of those.
Did TJ set it one up?
No, it's at his
nanny
parents'
cam?
house.
You can watch their parents' house?
Hello.
Wait, that's at his parents' house?
Yeah. I don't know why it's showing up for me.
That's crazy.
I would
say
not
hi
want to
to
be
Tim.
looking at that. Like, mm-mm.
No. I don't know why. I never get notifications for that. Ew.
Yo, that's what I'm thinking
what I'm
about.
thinking
Give them
too.
their privacy. Yo.
You're acting like I literally was like, why is this showing up? I feel like sometimes TJ has them like turned on and turned off. They linked it to our account when we were traveling so that we could watch Paris
Okay.
Oh, that makes
when
sense.
they were watching her.
That makes sense. That's
Okay.
nice.
I don't know why it's still here.
Now you could just spy.
How many
yeah.
cameras do they have in their house?
37.
Like the living room, bedroom, all of it?
No, they got a bedroom camera.
I always think it's
Bathroom.
interesting when people have like a lot of cameras in their house. Like it's like a freaking reality show. Like,
It's like Big Brother.
because like whenever there's like a crime documentary and all of a sudden there's like security camera footage in the house, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
They got lucky with this case.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, well,
All right.
let's go eat some lunch.
Yo.
Toodaloo.
We'll see you next time,
Bye,
guys.
guys.